Yesterday, it was the turn of Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall to be in here in studio with ample security around them for the hour that we had with them. And today, it's the return of two fighters doing exactly the same. Florian Marku and Chris Kongo. A bit of a grudge match. The boys are in here with us for the next half hour. They're on the undercard of Fabio Wardley's British heavyweight title defence against Fraser Clark on March the 31st. And Florian has just taken his seat to my immediate left. Chris Kongo is in here as well with us, and Spencer is with us too. Spencer, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jim. Good afternoon, Simon. I'm not sure why you've positioned me over here and them two so close together. I don't know if you know the history between these two, but you know.
Tell us about the history. Spencer, tell us about the history before we start with the boys.
Well, there was a little back and forth at a press conference not so long ago with you two, which sort of created the interest for this fight, wasn't it? And I think, Chris, it's a fight you've been looking forward to for a while, and Florian with yourself as well, and it was a fight that had to happen.
Yeah.
Chris is too busy looking at Florian, and Florian's just getting himself settled. Florian, tell us about this. I mean, do you not like this guy? If so, why not?
No, I don't have a problem at all. Doesn't matter if he is or if somebody else is in front of me. I see them all the same thing. I see them like he's somebody that is trying to stop me from reaching my dreams and to provide for my family. I don't have nothing personal with him. Till the day he steps in the ring with me, then it becomes personal and he have to pay for everything.
Is it personal with you, Chris, come the fight itself?
It's never personal, you know. I think everybody knows me. I'm very respectful in the industry. I talk up what I say I'm going to do, and I go in there and I always give an exciting fight and I back it up with what I say. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. This is boxing. When the bell goes, this guy, he's my enemy. And when the bell goes at the end of the fight, we can be friends after that.
Why did you have to be pulled apart at this press conference that Spencer was talking about there? What was said?
I basically said, let's make the fight happen, you know. I think it's a good fight for both of us. This is the time. He wasn't too interested in the fight. I feel like he's been forced into the fight now. And he basically pushed himself into the fight. He pushed me, that pushed himself into the fight. He had no one else to fight. Who else could he fight? You know, go back in Albania, fight these other guys. They're not names. I'm a name in a British welterweight division, and this is a good fight, you know.
I mean, where do you see yourself positioned here, Chris, right now? I mean, you're coming off that narrow loss to Echo Esserman last time out, last January. This is another great opportunity against a known fighter in Florian, who's coming off a good win himself against Morgan last time out. I mean, where do you see yourself positioned here? Like, is it a must-win fight for you right now at this stage of your career?
Well, I come from nothing, so anything is a must-win for me, regardless of if it's him, if it's someone small. I come from nothing and I'm on my way up, so that's what it is for me.
And Florian, with yourself, you've been chasing a fight with Conor Benn, a fight that you've been, been talking about maybe for the last couple of years, really, but even more so recently. So, you're talking about sort of getting to those sort of levels, and you've got this fight here now. Yeah. Is it a must-win fight for you, really, in many senses as well, isn't it?
Look, brother, we wanted the fight with Conor Benn. We wanted the fight with Josh Taylor. Both of these guys, they didn't want the fight because they know the danger that I am. Maybe the people from the beginning, when I came to the boxing, they was underestimating me. They were saying Florian can do nothing, and now I show them that yes, Florian can box, can kickbox. I was an MMA, and now I'm boxing. I'm knocking people out, and I know people they are not believing in me. In the 31 of March, I have one more test in front of me that he is Chris, and I'm gonna silence once more the doubts that the people have in their minds. You know, that they think that Florian, let's see, because Chris have a good record, he have good fights, some good fights, and the people, the UK crowd knows him, and I think after this fight, people gonna put a lot of respect on him.
But Chris is saying that you're only taking this fight because you've got nobody else to fight.
No, we had so many fights so many other names.
What names?
To fight.
What names did you have?
We had Harry Scarf, we had Lewis Crocker, we have big names, bigger than you, and you can ask your team. And I say to both of these guys, yes, because
them guys, they're bigger names than me.
Bigger record, bigger rankings.
No, I'm saying, are they bigger names than me?
they have a bigger.
No, there you go.
No.
Why do you want this
1
fight?
minute.
No.
No.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, why do you want this fight?
Because this is a fight where we're both known. And the one thing about it is when the industry want to see a fight, a good fight, and they call for it, it should be like UFC. It should be done within months. Yeah, it shouldn't take this long for fights to happen. And the reason why I want this fight, because I wanna show everyone what I'm about. He says he's a top man. If a guy's coming into the welterweight division, say they're the best, well, come and fight all of us then, you know? And he hasn't fought no one in the British scene, British
But it's
level.
you that's fixated on him, not him. I'm asking you the question because he's not fixated on you. You're fixated on him. So I'm curious to see why that is the case because you've made an allegation against him, which is he got no one else to fight.
Good
right?
answer.
So why are you making it about him then?
But who else has he got to fight?
I'm not worried about him. I'm talking about you right now. Why do you? I'll talk to him about him in a second.
Because
but why do you want to fight him?
Because he's a name in the division.
Right.
That I got to take.
I am a name because I knock people out. I bring always
I've watched your
excitement
career.
for the fans.
Watch both your careers.
I mean, Florian, do you think Chris's star has fallen somewhat now that he's lost his unbeaten record?
No, I think in the 31 of March he will bring the best out of him because he like it or not. I'm a big name in the UK. The people love to watch me, not because I'm somebody special, but I put my heart in the ring. And I think this is a big chance for him to show how good he is. And the last loss was not something, but it is not gonna be enough. Like Chris, everybody that I fought, they had the same mindset to come and to beat me and to say Florian was not a boxer. It was a kickboxer. It was an MMA fighter. But we show them once more.
This is really, it's like a crossroads fight for both of you, isn't it, in many senses? I mean, where does the winner go from here and where does the loser go? I mean, there's a lot on the line for both of you here because it is, the way that I look at it and the landscape of the division right now, you go, it's a must-win fight for both of you because it is like a crossroads fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, crossroads fight, but winner pushes on and the loser, there's loads of British names out here that people want to see. Can always fight another British name. That's it.
But what's the winner looking for? Where does it go?
What's the route map for whoever wins this fight goes where?
Could be European.
Right.
Could be British title. Could be wherever. You know, sky's the limit.
Because you're coming off the back of a loss, Chris, aren't you? And I was at that fight, and I think it was expected that you were going to win that fight. And it was a hard night for you because off the back of the Sebastian Formello win, people were starting to build anticipation about you again. This is an important fight for you, isn't it? Because if this goes the wrong way, then where does it leave your career for you and in your mindset? I know you boys don't think about defeat, but I'm kind of asking a difficult question, which might be difficult for you to answer. But it's a very much a must-win fight for you now, isn't it?
Of course, and that question that you asked, I ain't answering that, and I can't answer that because there's only one thing on my mind, which is a win. So that's it.
But massive disappointment that you lost last time out.
Yeah, massive disappointment. You know, I lost. I didn't blame no one. I didn't blame no one but myself. I know what happened in there.
He blames someone. He goes to the face
I've
of
never,
the echo
I've
and
never,
he was
I've
doing
never
things that he
blamed.
did to
I've
me.
never
I saw the
blamed
video.
anybody.
I haven't saw this video.
Look at my
I
interviews
saw
after.
the video that
I've
he was
never blamed
on YouTube
anybody.
with Echo someone, and I didn't know that he does all these things with
You
everyone.
think he blames everybody else but himself?
No,
I said
he
to him,
gone,
it's a close
he gone
fight. Let's have a
to Echo
Hang on a
someone.
second.
He gone to the Echo after their fight, and Echo was doing an interview, and he stopped the interview. The same thing that he did with me, and I was thinking only happened with me, but that is his plan. You know, when somebody is speaking with a camera, you go interrupt him. But with me, it's different because I'm good to the good, but bad and very bad to the bad. And when he came to me, I thought, what is going on? And he blamed others because he was blaming Echo. No, you didn't win, and he was in front of his over the cameras. And I think he blamed others for this fight. I think it was very good fight, to tell you the truth. Kongo fight, good fight. It was a close fight, but I think still he lost after 6-7 rounds. He was winning. Then the things start changing a little bit, but it was a close fight.
I don't think that's fair, Flo. And if he doesn't think that the other guy won the fight, I don't think that's blaming somebody. I think it's just giving a version of events. We had Josh Taylor in here and Jack Catterall, and Josh Taylor thinks he won that fight, and the rest of the world thinks he lost it.
Because they are between each other.
Yeah, fine. But fine. But my point is you're making an allegation that he's blaming other people. He's suggesting that he didn't lose that fight and he doesn't like the outcome. You wouldn't like an outcome if you didn't think you win. What is there any truth in the observation that he appears to make, which is that you didn't want this fight?
I wanted this fight. He knows that. Before, when it was from my first big shows, and he wanted the super welterweight. I was welterweight. He wanted super welterweight. He wanted 2 kilos over.
Yeah.
I did all the plan for this fight. He didn't catch it. He didn't want to make the fight. We say, yeah, you don't want it, then we go forward. And me, I'm the guy that always I had options to fight somebody, because my fan base, my style of fighting, always I have some options to fight. I was not only, let's fight Chris. Chris is the guy that I should fight. I didn't care anymore about Chris. I was going on my career with fighting good names, like it was Chris Jenkins.
Chris, you're smiling.
So
broadly.
going on.
Let me ask you something, Florian.
Whatever you want.
So, we were supposed to fight on Joshua Pulev, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your team basically put out on social media, Sam Jones was managing you at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He put out on the internet that your opponent pulled out, we're looking for an opponent. Me, being the professional I am.
Yeah, that was what I say about the 2 kilos difference with you. That was
listen, let me finish. With the professional I am, with on fight week, being ready to fight, right? I said, yeah, we'll take it. How many rounds? My manager said 8 rounds. I said, no problem. What's the weight? And I said to them first, wait, is there a title on the line? They said, no, it's too soon for that. But if you're about 149, 150, that's fine. There's no title on the line. I said, deal. Make the fight happen. So why did you make an issue over £3 for no title? Plus, what I want to get at is that on the day of that fight, you weighed in even heavier. You coming over the 147 limit. Yeah. So how does that make sense? If you can explain that to me,
Florian,
maybe I can
to you.
Try get my head around it.
First of all, the fight was in welterweight, and you was 152. It was.
I was 150.
They told me the fight. Sam Jones and my team was telling me that you wanted this fight at 152, and I say to them, if he won this fight, he must come to my weight. Why should I prepare for one fight in 147? Yeah, okay, I couldn't go till 149, 150. You should be the one that should. You had time. You had 4 days, I think, to lose this weight. If it was so easy for you and you wanted this fight, it couldn't happen.
So how come you weighed in heavier than 147 on the night?
300 grams. 300 grams. I took my pants on and I was on the weight.
Okay, we'll keep your pants on at the moment, Florian.
Yes.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and the other side of this break, Chris, you can tell us how you're going to go about the job in hand against Florian, and Florian can tell us, Florian Marku and Chris Kongo with us live here, and it's all very well mannered on talkSPORT.